y'all. What is going on? They already starting 2023 all wrong. Y'all know we've been stuck in the house in Nevada with this snow. So I've been just trolling through these videos. And these women on YouTube. Oh my God. I'm waiting for some more people to come on so we can talk about it. Hey, Pink Hearts. Happy New Year's. I haven't talked to you guys or seen you guys since, well, I don't see you anyway because I haven't got a panel yet. But oh my God. This is bad. What is wrong with women that cannot get along with one another and don't even know one another? This is a hot mess. Who I got on here? Hey, somebody. What's up, girl? I'm all hoarse. I've been stuck up in the house because we've been having this bad weather. Do y'all see California? Pray for California. California is underwater. This is crazy. God ain't playing with us, y'all. Things is happening in cities that has never happened before. I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. Let everybody know I love you and I miss you. And you guys made my 2022 phenomenal. I have to show you guys my numbers. You in the South, it's 75 degrees. I am so jealous. Girl, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I thought that this year was going to be a better year because everybody said that, they was going to get along for 2023. And it seemed like everything that went left. Let me turn this music down. Okay. I don't want to get no struck. Let me tell you what's going on. The girl that went on there, I didn't post it because I'm due for a review so I can get monetized on YouTube. But she didn't post a video with her and her husband talking, and all of a sudden everything then turned on the father and the daughter about they lied about the hurting himself and hurting her. And I mean, that's why it's not good to get kids involved in stuff. Now this child got to go back and look at it because she was in the room when the father was talking about Robert saying that what he was gonna do to himself and the family. And so now they saying that she got it from the father, um, Miss L's father, and she didn't hear it her own self. And so now it's then boomerang back on this child, which I think is so sad. Hey, Ted. Okay, you changing your, because you know I don't be knowing who you is. And this thing then did a U-turn on this child because it was made to believe that she sit up and heard the conversation. I mean, that she was there when her dad was talking, but now it's coming out that actually heard the father saying it and talking about it, and then both of them is saying that the father is a liar and delusional, allegedly. What you watching? What's Trey? Just a bunch of liars. And people was calling each other out on it. And I mean, it's sad because this child is in the middle of it. Yeah, a happy New Year's to you too, and you know y'all got my condolences, and I love you guys. Tell Auntie I said I love you. I did a post, and I hope you guys got it. But I just want you to know how much I love you guys, and I'm praying for you. And happy New Year's. And I just came on because I just been so disgusted because we are living in the time where people need to come together, and I cannot understand how this thing have turned around on the child. And they said the father never tells the truth, and I don't know whether they trying to get back together or what. That's when she got in on the phone. Yeah, when she got in on the phone and she called the kid's father. Oh, did you see that? So evidently she still been having contact with the father. And that was very inappropriate to be asking him all these questions and asking him for advice, and he telling her to stay with somebody that's allegedly abusing her and trying to make your marriage work. How you gonna tell your the father of your children to keep your kids in a situation, abusive situation, allegedly, that you know that is abusive, and telling her to stay in it to try to make it work? How you gonna make something like that work? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But then him and her gets on there together, and they talking about the father, and he's saying that the father is a big liar, always have been, and he ain't never told the truth. And she's saying the same thing, and how she tried to get the father to move with her, and then the father, yeah, why is he telling her to stay there? He said that her kids' fathers beat her and abused her. It makes no sense. But you know what? The latest that I heard was and he telling her that he looking at her all crazy because he figures she's a liar just like her father is. and he changing the whole narrative and making it look like it's going into her favor. Then she coming on there saying she happier than she ever is. He said he filed for divorce. She said she filed for divorce. When they brought the papers to her door, that was the happiest day ever in her life. And it's just, you know what? They making some money. And did you hear what? Did you catch what he said? He said after this video, he said, "I bet you we already done hit over 1 million views. This is crazy." And they working the people, and the thing that makes me so upset is people that has opened up their lives and talked about what really happened to them. They are sitting in the cut and they don't know what to believe, because you now you coercing with him, and y'all saying the same thing. And now, where does the daughter stand in all of this? You hear what I'm saying? And it's not fair. And now she's saying he told my uncles and he told the family, and then the play sister is telling her how to fix it and stuff. I'm just willing to believe that they all in it together to get a big bag. And then did you hear? Did you catch what he's saying when he said that everybody is prospering off of it, and he happy that people can come up and stuff like that? I mean, that's nothing to play with, because this is real life for a lot of women and men, and women that has really been through this. And in the meantime, we in a crisis with California going underwater, while people is being deceitful and playing these games for money. It just pisses me off. And I mean, she just got so much joy and so much happiness, and I feel for her if this is what happened. But it seems like to me now it's all about getting a big bag, and you using people to do it. Because there's no way in the world you gonna go through devastation for how long it's been going on? For a couple of months. And did you see the housekeeper? The housekeeper is doing her own skit, dancing to his music, and got her a gold tooth in the front of her mouth and dropping it like it's low, saying that she like his music. So really, what is it? But people gonna pay for this kind of stuff that they doing, because God said one thing that he valued, that's children, elderly people, and people that deal with a whole lot of issues. And this right here ain't even funny. Now they gonna be getting back together on the sake of the father allegedly lying, the daughter allegedly overhearing a conversation that she should not have been in the first place. And then the biological mother is being broke off, and it's just wrong in so many ways, because we don't realize how we can hurt our kids and destroy our kids, and we don't think nothing of it. We thinking about ourselves in the process of it all, but don't realize these kids hold on to this stuff, and then we begin to wonder why they going through a whole lot of different situations and going through a whole lot of things they going through, because we as parents is taking them through it, because we want what we want when we want it, and trying to come up, and don't realize that they already dealing with enough in the world. But you trying to get all these name brand clothes. And the thing about it, he made fun saying he living out his car allegedly, and then gonna break out with a whole big old bankroll telling people I'll give you $1,000 if you can tell me what was said in the beginning and what happened at this appointed time and that appointed time. Don't y'all know God ain't pleased with that? And then not only that, these grown women, senior citizens, said that they was going to stop all of this mess and coming against each other. And it seemed like they worse now than they ever was before. I mean, it is sad. I'm thinking on New Year's, people was going to come together. They coming on here cussing each other out, talking about each other's kids again. And then, where does that happen at? Because I go to New York, you can't go to New York. Because I go to New York and take my kids, LA went to New York. That means I got to be trying to show off and show people that I'm a good mother. Because I do comedy, you can't do comedy. You copying off of me. If I do commentary, you can't do commentary because you copying off of me. On YouTube, isn't it different categories? The comedy, the commentary, all these different things. If everybody, you can join in on everything. If you have the wisdom and knowledge, why I got to be copying off of you because I speak on the same thing you speak on? Why do I got to be copying off of you because I go the same place you go to? If that's the case, I, I'm on YouTube. I was the first. I don't know why I be getting cut off when I be shooting some wisdom and some knowledge up in here. But you know what? We got to come together in 2023 because if we don't, we gonna start seeing some things happen on this YouTube because God is not pleased. And then with Miss the elderly lady where her husband ran over the lady and she died. What you say? They have to wait till the season of her show. Oh yeah, I heard she got a show coming out. They have to wait till the season of stop show solo single is over. This whole thing was a setup by their man. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was a setup. Someone posted receipts on her father. Allegedly, he has run-ins with the law. Really? Yeah. I mean, it just don't add up. It don't add up, and they gonna be back together, but they racking up now. And you know I had to take down some of my videos because they struck me and so I've just been doing my own and I've been asking everybody to tune in to my videos because a lot of the stuff, I guess some of mine might be allegedly incriminating and they don't like what I'm saying. But I start taking down videos myself. So it's some videos that I put up that you guys might not see. Yeah, they got the same manager. Montel, yes, they all got the same manager. And that manager is racking up, allegedly. That manager is racking up on the money, on the funds. Understand me. But I'm going to learn this from A to Z, how to edit. Like these other content creators is editing where they videos are stand up, because I was getting like 100 and something thousand views, okay? Just by videotaping. Hey, fat cat! I miss you, girl. Property and should be able to comment on videos. And I should be able. And the thing about it, I was the first one that was getting thank you, Christina. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Pink Hearts. And the thing about it, I started it off, and I was getting I was getting 100 and something thousand views, and then they just started snatching my stuff from me. It ain't showing it no more. And then I see people getting these low views and stuff like that. But I'm gonna learn this where they ain't gonna be able to take none of my numbers. They don't want no positive channels up on here. Oh, this is your second account? See, that's what I got to do. I got to get me another account. See, they did the same thing I went through on the other channel. Yes. Did someone report you? Did tell her followers to report people? Then she sent them to attack her. Yeah, somebody reported me. And that's why I started putting prompts and stuff like that up. And I don't even know why they could report me, because people were saying far more worse things than me. I'm just giving, the news. And then you got other people that's out there saying a whole lot of stuff and, incriminating. I'm telling them, y'all to pray for them. But see, they know that I got an eye, and I'm seeing the insight of what's really going on, what's really happening. Because I come from the street, too. I love you, too, Christina. And we starting the New Year's off good. Girl, we chatting about them putting all of this stuff on the father allegedly now, and the little girl, and just turning the whole narrative around, and him being homeless, but he got 2 pockets full of money and willing to give it out, but evidently he's sleeping in his car, and he got doors that come up in the sky. Um, just a mess, and I guess trying to make a fool out of people. But you can play me for anything. But you can't play me for a fool. And I know this right here that's going on is all about the bag. It's all about the bag. Because I guarantee you that Joker was over there on Christmas. Oh, they getting together, the whole team. The whole team. And I'm thinking that the only person that is being genuine in this whole thing is that sister. I mean, and we are blessed and highly favored, and I don't care how many times they try to go in and take my page down. God is going to let my little numbers supersede and get me monetized and get me where I need to be. Because I didn't tell y'all that next month I have to have surgery on my neck because my bone in my neck is pushing against my spine. So, no, the devil can't touch me. Woman is broken and will take the same thing to the next relationship. Exactly. And then 1 minute you talking about you was in a relationship with the kid's father allegedly, and you take him to his house, and then he married, and he brings the dog to sick the dog on the kids allegedly, and then you turn around and you call him for advice. Really? Don't play me. Don't play with me. If I'm taking my if my ex then moved on and married somebody else, and I take my kids to their house to visit him, he come to the door with a dog, and want to sick the dogs on my children. Then I turn around and call him to verify some stuff that I called him about my husband on. I know better than that. My grandbaby know better than that. See, I work with some wisdom and some knowledge up over here. Did you see when the kid's father posted a picture of the bulldog on his page after she said, no, I did. And I got to go back and look at it. It's so much going on, somebody, until I'm like, what's really good? Oh, I'm having surgery. They have to remove one of the bones in my neck because it's pushing so far against my spine, and they said that eventually they say it'll get worse and it won't get any better, and what it could do is I could be hit the wrong way or do something the wrong way, and it can cause me to be paralyzed from the waist down, and we can't have that. So next month I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have my surgery. I go to the doctor, and they wanted me to have it last month, but my birthday is coming up, and I'm working and I'm trying to get all of my affairs in order, and I'm trying to my insurance, because I just really don't like to depend on other people. So I want to have, my money in order, and, You know they be saying you get on here begging for cash apps and all that and stuff, but by the time I have my surgery, I will have my stars. And pray, pray, pray for me, you guys, that I'll be monetized, because I'll be laid up and then I can really go hard on my YouTube channel where I have that income coming in too. And I'm going to put my cash app up, so don't judge me. Please don't. I just want to be able to, you know, not stress and not worry. But I got faith and I believe God that I'm going to be good. And he going to bless me through it. It's going to be a 3-hour surgery. They're going to take a cadaver from someone else and put it in my neck, and then do a cage so they can get it off my spine, because I have a lot of numbness running down my side, and the pain gets so severe sometime where I can't even hardly walk. But yeah, I got to and y'all just pray for me, cause God gonna bring me through it. I trust and I believe him. And I know if I got you guys praying with me, and you know I can talk to you guys and stuff while I'm in recovery, I'm good. They are weird. They are so weird. But now I'm getting to the point where this thing has been made up, and I feel so bad for the women that have opened themselves up to this whole thing, and now they speaking for each other. The what I seen the video where the housekeeper, now she went in on me about calling her the housekeeper. I was the first one said she was the housekeeper. And now that's what she's named herself. And she did a whole video. Good knees, dropping it like dropping it low, dancing in her kitchen off his song, and telling everybody how much she loved his music. And I don't know whether it was a skit, whether she was trying to be funny, but I heard some people in the background, and you know who it sounded like that was videotaping her, the girl. But in the meantime, between time, that young daughter that has put herself out there and was sincere in it all, what happens then? She looked at as a liar. She looked at as being untruthful. They the ones gonna get the raw end of the stick. And I really hate that she was even brought in on it. That's why when grown folks is talking, send the kids to the other room. Cousin, what we sent to the other room when grown folks was talking, and then got her validate. And with that finger brace, like the sister said, you can go to CVS and buy that. I'm wondering, was that a part of it? What you see earlier, Christina, I mean, they posting so many videos. She say she filed for divorce. He say he filed for divorce. She say they came to her door. He say he went down there. He say that he went to court. Everything was dropped. She say he didn't. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Just get off of social media. And my thing is, yeah, that's what we talking about. The truth. And if you just get off of social media, if you wanted to stop so bad, then you would get off and stop talking about it. Since she have a movie and some kind. Yeah, now she done popped up on she got a movie coming out. Can you believe that? I want to know what it's about. And I guarantee, oh. Did you see what was leading up to it? Catch this. I've been watching. He was, Robert, he was in the airport and he ran into the guy that played on The Best Man. And he was telling him, oh, I ran into you. Did you see that? He said, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. And then the guy was saying, don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm like, okay, now this had to do with a breakup in a situation too. And I'm sitting up here trying to put things together. And I'm wondering if a movie finna to come out with him even on it. See, the managers then call somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Money changing allegedly is changing from one hand to the next. Girl! Hi, Miss Maya. Hi, Mike Myers. Enchiladas is my favorite dish. Oh my God, now how you know that? I love enchiladas. Oh. And me and my mom be going back and forth who cook them the best. I can get down on some enchiladas, baby. You done got me off these folks thinking about these enchiladas. Where you live? Send me a plate through YouTube. They doing everything else through YouTube. At least show me a plate. Oh my God, I love me and some sour cream. But these people is brain working a whole lot of folks. But I'm feeling for the individuals that open themselves up to it. But you know what? They getting healing through it too. They getting healing through it too, because God is not going to let this be in vain and a mockery made out of people that have actually been hurt and scorned through this whole thing. And you know what? Karma, like they say on The Best Man, that he met the man at the airport on, I forgot his name. But the what's his name? The light-skinned dude with the pretty eyes. He said, karma don't come that easy, babe. Karma is coming back. It's a whole mess. I got to look for your comments. Thank you. Say I love your spirit, and yes, pink horse, your spirit. You've been getting my comments. I got to go back and look, girl, and I'm gonna comment on them too. But you watch and see what I tell you. They gonna appear and for this movie thing. First, he meets this dude in the airport, and then she get on there and allegedly talking about um she got allegedly got a movie coming your way. Mm-mm. Something don't add up. Something don't add up. And we gonna figure it out. Auntie Loretta, if Auntie Loretta don't figure it out before I do, they better get right. I was reading today how our names is going to be in the book of life, or some will not. Exactly. When he opened up that book of life and you stand before him, oh, it's gonna be there, or it ain't gonna be there. Like the Bible says, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The ones that you think gonna make it in ain't gonna be there. We better be so careful, because I was looking at California, how California is underwater, all of that water. Oh my God, cars underwater and stuff, and we done lost contact with the real world on this social media, and not looking at what's really going on in the world and in society. And then I turned around and I looked at the border and how all these people is coming over, and wonder, okay, where they going to? And it's just, the world is just getting out of control. So you better get right reading today how our name is going to be. You was reading today? He's going to judge the... Oh, yeah. He going to judge the dead first. And we going to have to answer to a whole lot of things. I don't know why people don't think that they ain't. Why they doing all this foolishness. I went through the YouTube street today, and it seemed like these women's done got worse than what they was before the New Year's came in. They came in the New Year's cussing each other out and dogging each other and dogmatic, and it just was horrible. Let me tell you how bad it was. Oh, I've been answering them. I be trying to get to everybody, baby. I do. And I have so many. And then I have so many positive comments and stuff too, and that's why I say I want this year I want it to be like a Q&A where we pick a topic and we talk about it and we deal with it, and individuals get healing from it, because it's women and men out there with some real life issues, and they need an answer, and they need to know that they got a family and they not alone. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the good. I'm here for the good. We don't even realize how many hurting people we got in this world to be dealing with all this foolishness over $1 that you going to buy a name brand item for that don't even matter. And nowadays we got women that's trying to outdo each other. They ain't buying it for the men. They buying it to try to outdo each other. And it seems like you can't get nothing nice now, because if you get something nice, they mad at you and going off on you and talking about you. And folks can't show their house because they looking for every dirty blind in the house. They looking at your blinds and stuff, and how dirty your house is. So you got to keep that covered up. And then they looking at what kind of job you working and want to call your job, and looking at how your kids look. All of us from day to day have kids and grandkids over our house with big t-shirts on and socks, and roaming and running around with juice stains on their t-shirt. And they'll take that one video and say you the nastiest person in the world. They looking at what kind of car you driving. What you say, he bought you out of 2022, step into 2023. I am working on walking in straight strength path, only left turns and right turns is at a stop sign. Tell me about it. At a stop sign in a traffic light. Because they looking at everything that you do. And the thing about it, just talk about your life. Get you some real commentary. And those of you that don't want to be, don't want no reaction, then get off of YouTube. Get off of Facebook. Evidently you want some, because if the next person, if I make money, you making money, because I'm doing my commentary and my reaction on you. So you got to know when you get on there talking that it's going to be talked about. And then why get on social media and defame a person and talk about the size of their anatomy? Now that's as low as you can go. And think that is funny. A man is very sensitive about that. So if it's not a skit, I cannot see how he going along with that, because that's just degrading. And then you want to put your finger up too and tell the folks the size of it. Well, evidently, it wasn't that bad. You stayed in it 6 years. He produced a baby with it. He produced a baby with it. As a matter of fact, he produced 2 kids with it. And did y'all see the video? Because I only can post so many. I only can post so many of them. But where she was throwing his clothes out because he wouldn't adopt her kids. And I'm wondering, okay, where are all these videos coming from? Are they new? Did they just make them up? He been holding this in his phone. Why are they holding these videos this long and was supposed to be so in love? But they holding incriminating videos. What you say? These storms, some even are on family. Families are the worst. Your family can be your worst enemy. Your family can be your worst enemy. You hear me? Family get more jealous of you than outsiders and will pay outsiders to come in on you. That's why it's some of them I keep at a distance too. You can't trust everybody. Look at the Bible. Judas walked with God, was a disciple, everything. Jesus couldn't trust him. He betrayed him. He sure did with a kiss. He betrayed him with intimacy. The kiss of death is what I call it. The kiss of death. Why he couldn't just point at him? Why he couldn't just describe him? You see how evil people can get in your circle, and then couldn't handle it and went and hung yourself. Remind me of that song, if this world were mine, I'd place at your feet. Y'all, my daughter said you always put a song with everything. But these women has gotten me so disgusted on these channels, the way they going in on each other until it's ridiculous and giving each other these horrible nicknames. I wonder what my name is gonna be. But I you know what? I don't care what my name gonna be. What they gonna name me? I just want my name to be in the Lamb Book of Life. I said that because my flesh be working in my weakness. I would not in 2023 go back to lead an individual to the water and they not even ready, don't drink. Exactly. And that's where the Bible talk about throwing your pearls out to the swines, baby. If a person don't want to hear it, don't waste your time. It's only your job to plant the seed. And once you plant it, go over there, baby. Somebody else come along and water it. It's not your job here to continue to water that same seed. You planted it and somebody else watered. And God gives the increase. My grandbaby looking at me like, wow. See, she ready to be potty trained when babies start pulling their diapers off and stuff. They ready to be potty trained. Yeah, it's not your job to police nobody. It's time for us to latch on to God and get us a personal relationship with God. Because we don't know the way this world is going. We don't know when he coming back for us. Everybody is waiting for him to break through the skies. But God is coming back every day for somebody. Somebody is dying every day. So that means he coming back every day. He coming back every second. Taking somebody home or wherever they going. Everybody waiting for this big old thing, big old sky cracking to happen. And thinking that they got time. There is no more time. I'm going to tell you what the time is. It's time out for foolishness. It's time out for all this faking and shaking out of one breath. You talking about God, and out the other side of your mouth, you calling each other mother effers, bees, whores, and all these different names. That's what it's time out for. So any of y'all women that's watching me on these channels, listen to what I'm saying. It's time to get a grip on God and get a personal relationship with God. Because God ain't playing with us. He went through too much. He done too much. He love us too much for us to continue on in our foolishness. And how is it that you can say that you love a God that you never seen before, but you hate your brother and sister that live right next door to you, or your brother and your sister on these channels? How? How? It's impossible. You mad at me and you hate me because I don't agree with you and I don't like what you say? It's okay to agree to disagree. Your numbers can go up too. Just pray. Ask God what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and help, and ask him to help you with your delivery. You think so? It almost seemed like it, because these managers has got them all caught up allegedly, and they showing them some numbers that they cannot resist. And in the midst of it all, innocent people is being deceived. And it's sad. Children are being affected through it because you spending all your time making 10 videos in one day, and I know how much time it take, and then your kids is running around the house trying to take care of themselves and on these phones looking at stuff they ain't got no business looking at. Take care of yourself. Take care of your bodies. Just love yourself. Love your children. Make your home work. And pray for these other kids that's running around here in the street that ain't got nobody to pray for them. See, they don't want to hear this kind of talk. So they ain't coming over here on this channel. Because this is what I got for them. Subscribe to me if you want to hear the real. Because if I can't tell you the real, then I can't tell you nothing. When somebody asks me what I think, the first thing I ask them, do you want to know the truth? Because if I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth. And it's going to hurt. It might hurt you. You ain't going to hear what you want to hear from me. But after I tell you the truth and it hurts you, I'm going to love on you and build you back up. But see, some folks will tell you anything for $1. Like they say, $1 holler. That ain't the kind of energy I'm working on. Because I got a higher power to look up to and to answer to for them lies. For that dollar. We got to be more careful about ourselves. I'm telling you, these individuals that are going in on one another. I mean, even on New Year's, we should have been spending our time praying the New Year's in. I seen some folks went back and looked, cussing each other out for the New Year's. You know what they say, the old folks used to say? The way you go in is how your year gonna be. So you know we get to cleaning up our houses, washing up everything, making sure everything is intact. And that's material things. Why we can't do that with our soul and with our own person? What you say? My son told me on Christmas that I should have shallowed him. What you mean? Soloed him. Oh, soloed him. What you mean by that, Christina? What he mean by that? I called each one of my kids New Year's night and had prayer with them and asked God to put a hedge of protection around them. I went over to my mother's house and we got on our knees and we prayed together and my grandkids and prayed the New Year's in because God He did not have to let me live and my children to see another year. And some bad things happened in 2022, but in all, God was good to me. And I know he was good to you because you're still here. He been good to me. He been good to y'all. Look over your life. The things that he have kept you out of. Pipey drummies. I don't know what that is. Pipe drummies. You gonna have to explain to me what that is. Christina, you gonna have to explain to me what that is. Cause you know, y'all got some new words going on and some that we don't know nothing about. My birthday is on the 8th of January, and I will be 57 years old. Oh, you was on your knees, and I was right on my knees, my love, and spent it with my mom. Me too. Me too. Me and my mama held hands, cried together, prayed together, cause my mother's birthday is on the 9th, and she gonna be 79 years old, and I don't know how many more years God gonna give me with her. Which they swallowed him. I'm still lost. I'm still lost. Oh, not that. Tell me not that. Girl, please tell me. Or is this something we ought to be talking about off of social media? Girl, girl, girl. We entering a year that is going to be something else. And I keep telling y'all, we keep saying 2023 is my year. It's going to be the best year ever. Things ain't getting no better, y'all. It's getting worse. Instead of putting into my girl. No. Christina, no. You got me thinking too hard. You got me thinking too hard right about now. Now I'm getting what you talking about. That's why I say we got to pray like never before. Girl, we got to pray like never before because we working with a society with no conscience, and that's disrespectful, and that's dealing with some crazy stuff. I don't know. January the 8th is my birthday. Now that is when I'm gonna put a cash app up. I sure am. January the 8th is my birthday. And if I got to get dressed up just to sit up in the house and put these eyebrows and eyelashes on and tilt this hat to the side like that, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to be looking good for me. Christina, girl, we got to pray. We got to pray. We got to pray for your son. The mind, the mindset. And that's what I'm saying. It's so many people that's going through so much serious real stuff than you to be out there playing with folks. I mean, let's help folks that need the help instead of you trying to come up, because you know what? All money ain't good money. Let's deal with some real life issues what people is going through. Instead of going all this back and forth in your big houses and your Mercedes and all this old kind of stuff. It's really some hurting women and men out there, and people dealing with these mental issues. I deal with the ill for so many years, and I still do. And we are all human, and we all hurt. Totally disrespectful. Totally. I mean, totally ain't even the word for it. I don't even know how to even put this in perspective, but you know what? God do. God do. And I guarantee you, you keep on laying them prayers on him. And your mama keep laying them prayers on him. And me and everybody else in this community. Oh, he gonna understand. I know it did, baby. I know it did. I know it did. Carrying a child for 9 months, taking care of them, whether they thought you did what you were supposed to do or not. You couldn't have been. Ain't no mama that bad where a son got to come out his mouth with something like that. These drugs and alcohol is messing the minds of our young people up. And it's crazy. We already got enough people out there that's trying to hurt us mentally, physically, emotionally, for it to happen in our own circle, in our own house, in our own family. That's just plain crazy. But you can't do nothing but pray and hold him up before God. You know how Jesus had, but okay, you know how Jesus had, how Mary had Jesus, okay, but it was spiritual, but his spiritual, you shouldn't have had me. You should have just swallowed me instead of pushing them out, okay? His rage, his anger of me. But you know what? His life is what you had him. It's over with. That's done. You cannot change that. You can't change that you had him. It's so many people that choose to have divorces. And the thing about it, you just got to make the best of it. Take lemons and make lemonade. You can't continue to go around this world hating. You cannot go around this world continuing to hate and blame other people. You just got to make the best of it. You just got to make the best of it. Young will you be? What you mean? I'm praying for him, and I'm showing up praying for you. Because that's hurtful. But I'm telling you, we got to get a grip on life. Because life ain't easy. And God ain't ever told us it was going to be easy. See, that's where we make our mistake at. Our mistake is made when we think that we give God our life and our time, that everything is going to be hunky-dory after that and everything is going to be good. No, that's when the devil is coming at you full force, because you just stepped up out of boundaries. You just stepped up out the zone. So he coming for you. So that's what people need to know. Because you give your life to God and because you go to church, everything gonna be good and okay. No, that's when he coming for you. And that's when you got to stay prayed up more than ever before. And keep yourself in a place in God and with a personal relationship where he can't touch you. You going to go through your trials and your tribulations. You going to have your good days and you going to have your bad days. But you going to have a comforter, which is the Holy Ghost and which is God. And somebody that you can turn to in the time of trouble. Because I know I have wet my pillow many a nights. I've been through a lot of things. And I thank God I don't look like what I've been through. But God has been there for me. And he will be there for you also. All of you that's listening, all of you that's in the bushes, don't give up on yourself and don't give up on God. Hard times is coming your way, but just know that you can make it. And when you go through this hard time, just know that when you go through this hard time, that's just preparing you and giving you strength because something else is on the way, standing at the door, waiting on you. So God is strengthening you for the next test, trial and tribulation. And I know sometimes we be saying, why we got to go through tests? Why we got to go through trials and tribulations? Why did God have to go through what he went through? He even got scared at one time. You think he didn't get scared? You think his flesh didn't get in the way when he walked the earth? Why you think he asked his father, Lord, if you will, let this cup pass me? When it was time for him to go to the cross, flesh had kicked in. He said, if you will, let this cup pass me. And he knew that he was going back to be with God, to the Heavenly Father. But I tell you what, these channels, folks ain't gonna have to strike each other's channels, because God is gonna show up and show out. If they keep this up. Started off the New Year's with mess about ain't nobody coming for me, you be, and you this, and you that, and you this, and your kid, that just crazy foolishness. Grow up. Because you went to New York, I can't go to New York. Because you got a new boyfriend, it's a motive behind it. And he ain't going to be there for long. Because you got a new car, I can't get one. Reality, yes it is. My first book is telling all my story from the horse's mouth. Jesus is my book too is that's my book is named Underground World of a Pastor and First Lady, and that's what I named my channel. And this year, my book will be out telling my life story, simply raw, uncut. And y'all ain't gonna believe what you're hearing it. You gonna think that I'm telling a lie. But I already didn't let them know about the book, what's gonna be in it. I told my ex-husband and my cousin, I said, I'm telling on y'all, I'm telling on me, and anybody else that was involved. It's my book. It's my story to tell. I got a right to tell it, and I am. I went through it. I'm the one should have been in a crazy house. I'm the one should have been in jail. I'm the one should have been strung out on drugs. But God kept me and kept my mind, stayed on him, kept me in perfect peace. That's why I'm here to let you know God can keep you. He can keep you. When you read my book, you gonna say, oh, he definitely can keep you. And then until this day today, I can still sit at the table with him and laugh and talk. And I got peace. And I'm drama free. They the ones that's going through all the hell, not me. I got the hell about my life. And I'm happy. Because I'm happy, come along and sing with me. Because I'm happy. And for me to marry again, I tell people that God gonna have to walk him down to me. I can be just as content going out by myself, getting dressed up, go to one of the nicest restaurants, watching a movie by myself, loving myself, talking to myself sometime. Oh, I'm happy and I ain't faking. 27 years I was married and was with him over 30. Oh, but God. That's all I can say, but God. And he was a pastor and I was a first lady of a church. And I still keep up with the individuals that I can keep up with, and they still call me for advice and for prayer. And I thank God that they still have that level of respect for me, that they feel like, they can still call me and I can get a prayer through. And, I thank God for that. That's an honor, because I never pretend to be something that I'm not. When I was a first lady, I don't even know how to change. But what I was in protective mode, and I did not let them know what was going on in my house behind the scenes, simply because I wanted to protect the babes in Christ and did not want to disencourage them. So I took on all of the weight and showed a hypocritical face to them and made them think that everything was okay, jolly and happy and stuff, because I love the people and I wanted them to continue to love God and didn't want to break their spirits. You like that? I do too. I like this color. Girl, ain't no telling what I might have tomorrow. It might be burgundy, it might be black. I might have my own hair. Look how long it is. It's long, ain't it? Ain't no telling whatever Bridget feel like. My daughter tell me, I don't never know how you gonna look. All I know is when I see you gonna have a hat on. I love my hats. I got that from my father. Did y'all see my skit that I did with my brother? He had on the red bottom shoes and the red scarf around his neck and the hat. Me and him look just alike. I got it on my page. I did a skit with him. And I also did a couple of more videos with him. That's my brother from Sacramento. What is your book? Standing on the of my folks. Standing on the of my folks. Oh, on the shoulders of my folks. That's going to be the name of my book. Wow, that sounds powerful. Standing on the shoulders of my folks. Wow. That sounds like that's gonna be very, very good. You got to let me know when it come out. And then if you don't have a page by then, you can have it on my website because I'm gonna have a website this year. I'm gonna create a website. He blessed with the Jeep Cherokee. Girl, that's a blessing. You got a 2020 Cherokee Jeep. What color? That's a blessing. You go, girl. Go, girl. Go, go. Get it, girl. See, I like to see people blessed like that. It makes my heart so happy. It makes my heart happy because it lets you know that God is still in the blessing business. He the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And we all can be blessed like that. You just got to be happy for one another and don't be covetous of what one another get and jealous of what one another get because God will bless you the same way. Stop being mad because other folks get blessed. It just ain't your time yet. It's a time and place for everything. And it was your time, and I'm happy for you. I bet it's pretty. What color? Is it white, black? God gonna bless a whole lot of people in 2023. What you say? I said too. The same thing. Jesus would have to come sit at my bedside and tell me this is your husband on his way, girl. Yes, he would. Yes, he would, Christina. He had to say, here he is, Bridget. This is for you. He for you. Yes, he would. Walk him down. I had so many men and young men and stuff coming at me and then when I have men coming at me saying what they can do for me and what they can give me, it's almost like a turn off because it's almost like I feel like you trying to buy me when I can't be bought because that ain't the kind of energy I work on because I have had, God have blessed me with so much. So material things like that really don't throw me overboard because I'm a hard worker anyway. I mean, even though I love nice things and I thank God, when I'm blessed, but I'm not the type of person that, just go after you for your money or for what you have. And some people do that. I mean, because they're so materialistic. And like I said, it's a blessing to have nice things, to have somebody come into your life to help build you and you guys build together. But don't just come to, I can give you this and I can give you that and I can do this for you and I can do that for you. Don't come at me like that because I probably can do more for you than you can do for me. Working is in my DNA. I mean, and everybody can use some help. Yes, I can use some help financially. No, I mean, I try to be financially stable where I don't have to depend on other people. If everything shut down and stuff, have, a little savings and stuff like that. But it's not going to last forever. So I do have to work. I do have to survive. I have a mother that I help take care of. Okay. But God has always made a way for me. Always. And I thank you for that. He's been good to me. What my grandbaby doing? Oh, she's asleep. But yeah, I'm having this surgery, and I just want y'all to pray for me because I am kind of nervous about it, with them going on in my neck and just not knowing how long I'm gonna be out, and trying to make sure that everything is in order. And definitely want to make sure bills is paid. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Lay down. Oh, what's wrong? Lay back down. It's okay. Come here. Yeah, those of you that's in the bushes, y'all gonna get a whole lot of time with me. Because I'm gonna be off of work, laid up here in this bed. Let me change your diaper. Changing my baby diaper. Laid up here in this bed, y'all. I'm going in next week to schedule the surgery. Don't want to do it, but I got to. No way around it. I'm finna get ready and get off of this YouTube, because I got to take my grandbaby a bath. And I got to get in the shower my own self. But I'm so glad to connect with y'all since the New Year's. Y'all don't leave me, okay? Some days I don't be on here because I don't be feeling good in my back, be hurting me. And when you in pain and stuff like that, you just want to lay down. And then I take medication for the pain too. So days that y'all don't see me on here, please don't get offended, or don't think that I'm just not coming on just not to come on. It's some days that I can't even hardly move around what we're saying because my mother said, I understand was because my mother said what happens in my house. Exactly, and that's what they taught us. That's what they taught us. And the thing about it, you don't want to bring it to the church because you got so many babes in Christ that look up to the pastor. They really don't even look at God. They be looking at the pastor and believing everything that the pastor is saying until the next Sunday, and don't read their Bible because they really don't understand it. And so when you young, you cling to the pastor. And so when you have a love for people and a love for the church and stuff like that, and I used to go out onto the street and minister and knock on hotel room doors and stuff and set up tables with snacks and stuff just to have Bible band to get people to come to the church. And we would have the church open during the day where you could just come in, and we had a food bank and people could come and hang out, and sing and stuff like that. And that just overwhelmed me. And then for me to it was a many of Sundays I want to stand up and say, you know what, this right here ain't right. Y'all think this right here, this right here is not God. That's what I've been working on my credit score. I have always worked hard. My credit score went up last year, and I live in Findlay, Ohio. Andy mother home is in Toledo. And see, that's where I was planning on buying a house at in Toledo and in Ohio, moving my mom down there where her two brothers is. Because that's all she have left. Girl, we working on the same thing. I've been working on my credit score and stuff so I can buy a house down there in Ohio. And taking my mother back down there because her brother take her fishing every day. And her eyesight is going bad and stuff. And she, on the 9th of January, she'll be 79 years old. And she getting older. And mine's January the 8th. And I just don't know what I would do without my mother. My mother's so good to me and my kids and my grandkids. I mean, I thank God for my mother. Those of you that got mothers, cherish your mother. Cherish your mother. I'm telling you, you don't know what you got until she gone. I have seen so many people lose their moms, and then the thing about it, they be saying guilt will eat you up. Guilt will kill you because you be saying, I should have did this, I should have did that. It's too late. It's too late. Put all this foolishness behind you and pray and have a relationship with your mother. Oh, I wish I could talk to your son. Because we have all made mistakes as mothers. There's no perfect mothers. I don't care who say they the perfect, but they lying. Because before I got in church, and so I had my children, and they would be around, standing around crying when me and my ex-husband would be fighting and stuff like that. There is no perfect mothers. And then even after years of being in church and stuff where the devil started rising his head up and stuff like that, and my kids became teenagers and stuff, they seen a lot of stuff that they should not have seen, and then they go to church and see something else different. That's why they say pastors' kids is the worst kids, because basically they live in a double life. Ain't no basically to it. They see you living one way at home and you living a different way at church. They see you faking, fronting, and frauding with folks at the church, making it seem like everything is okay and good, and then you get home and they don't even see no communication between both of you. All they see is anger and snapping at one another and looking at one another crazy and cutting one another down and stuff like that. Then when you get in church, you be like, oh, I just want to thank God for my wife. She's a beautiful woman, and I love her. And then the wife is saying, oh, the pastor, it's just been just a blessing. Simply trying to save face. Pastor kids go through a lot. A lot. And people got such high expectation for pastor children. Don't. Stop saying you a pastor's child and thinking that they supposed to be so much better than the other kids. They dealing with more than the average child is dealing with. You heard? I know. I used to be a pastor's wife. And I know what my kids seen and what they had to go through. All of that's going to be in my book. But I'm finna to give my grandbaby a bath now and put her on some clean clothes and get her ready for bed and get myself ready. But it was so nice talking to you guys on here tonight. Christina, I had such a lovely time with interacting with you, girl, and I just wish you all of the blessings and pray that God open up the windows of heaven and pour you out blessings that you cannot receive. I am so happy for you and your new Cherokee. You still didn't tell me what color it was, your Jeep, and you praying with your mom and stuff. That's just a blessing. Christina. Who else I got on here tonight? Fat Cat was on here and she left the chat. Mike, I sure wish I could taste your enchiladas. Thank you for coming on. Somebody, thank you for coming on talking to me. Who else on here? My cousin say she changed